Welcome to the start of our Crete vlogs. We're on the island of Crete, Grecian island, and we had just a wonderful time. And in these series of videos, I will be showing you snippets of our trip. We flew into Hania Airport and then we got to our destination, which was Scaletta. I must admit, what I liked most about this trip is that I didn't research it at all, and some of it meant I paid a little bit extra. This was an anniversary trip with my husband and myself to go away for our 10th anniversary, and so we had a fantastic time. The first person we met was, of course, our taxi driver, and it cost us about €100 to get from Hania Airport to where we were staying. So that was the first sort of mistake that we made. But where we got to Scaletta, nothing mattered. It was so gorgeous. And I think that Crete still has my heart. We were able to do quite a number of just walking around and day trips. One of those is to Heraclion, which you'll see snippets of. We took a coach. I just went along with whatever TripAdvisor told me to do, and I just had a fantastic time. I think this is our coach ride heading to Heraclion. And we wanted to see so much in Heraclion, but because we didn't plan very well, we didn't read about opening and closing times, we didn't see very much in terms of the ancient sites, but we still just had a great time. If you know me, you know that I love a marina, so there's always got to be a marina view in my vlogs, and just a gorgeous, gorgeous place. And of course, also where the ferries come in and some photo opportunities. I think what I like most about Crete is it just feels like I've stepped back in time. All the architecture, the building, it just looks so old and so well preserved and really beautiful. I enjoyed every moment of this trip, and I'm sure my husband did as well. We walked around all the cities, all the towns that we could fit into this trip, and we really did fit so much into it. My advice, if you're going to Crete, because Crete is such a small place, is just take in the views, just have a slow holiday and enjoy all that it has to offer, because there really is so much to see and do. We tried, of course, gyros. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And you can get that in UK, but it is, of course, a Greek dish. And here I am in the museum just looking at some of the bits of the beautiful, ornaments and different parts of history, really. And once again, very well preserved. And for the day was to go to Knossos Palace, and try it as we may, we didn't make it in time. So of course, this is the museum that shows bits from what they're digging at the site. So we was able to at least get into the museum. The ticket included our admission into Knossos Palace, but we weren't able to do that because we was running out of time. So my advice is, if you want to go and see Knossos Palace, do book well ahead of time and do plan your journey for that day, and don't do like us, so because you won't be able to see that ancient ruin site. And I do like to, at least on my trips, visit one ancient ruin site in Europe. I learned so much on those trips. I'm not really big on history, but I do like to just take in that part of my holiday, and so you can just see some of the tour of this museum. Crete is relatively flat, and I found getting around quite easy. This is us reaching Knossos Palace and realizing we're too late to get in, but we just walked around until it was time to get our bus back to town and then back to Scaletta. And so we're just taking in the various views. It's very beautiful. I mean, even if your day doesn't go to plan in Crete, you will still have just a great time. And here I am having a wonder. I must say a big thank you to my cameraman, my husband, who really made this trip special. All of our trips together are special, but I think we really loved Crete. It was just something about the island, the people, and our taxi driver telling us to have more children, have more children. We had such a good time just talking to the locals, and we just enjoy holidaying together. And so I'm very happy to have him on this trip with me, just showing you there the cruise port. As with most of these locations, you can do an open top bus. We didn't have time to do one, but there I am showing you one in the background that does a city tour for you in Heraclon. Of course, you'll have to research the prices at the time. This holiday was in 2024. We stayed at just a gorgeous hotel. I think I liked the hotel because it felt really homely. It had a good planting and gardens, and I could just stay on the balcony most days or most evenings when we weren't doing anything and feel really quite relaxed. The local area had beaches, beach clubs, loads of five-star hotels, and so it was just a really, really nice area to be in for most of the time. And so we really enjoyed the local area. In the video, we're just walking around showing you our local area. We actually made friends with a lot of people. They thought my husband was from Africa. And so we just started to explain the Caribbean and the tiny island of where he's from. And they're just like so fascinated by us. We just took a moment to just talk to everyone that would talk to us. And that really makes our holidays special. It's not just about doing the touristy things, it's actually talking to the local people. This area in Skellefteå is under a lot of development, loads of beautiful villas being made by the beach, but you still do have access to the beach. We actually went down by some of the five-star hotel areas, beach areas, and we were able to use their sun lounges and everything. And because our hotel wasn't quite on the seafront, they were okay with us. And here I am just taking a wander through nature. I love to go on a walk on my holidays, and especially if my husband's there, because it just makes it extra special and we make memories. I take in the plants, I sometimes pick up the earth, and I just connect with nature, and we just walk around and just look and actually just count our blessings, look at the beautiful plants, and think how blessed we are to actually go on some of these trips that we go on. Here I am chatting away. I think this is on our way to the beach where we met our shopkeeper friend, and yeah, we was able to go and check out the beach and then have a swim. The water was relatively cold. This was, of course, October time, and the weather was great, but the sea was cold. So if you want to swim, actually, it was actually refreshing to swim in that sea with the weather still being quite warm. So I say you can go for a swim. My husband didn't fancy it, but he did come in because I was in there. I stayed in there. Once I got into the water, there was no getting me out. This is just us walking and talking. And if you got this far in the video, I just want to urge you to subscribe. I'm making so much content on travel with Shev that I think you will really, really like. All the journeys that I go on, I will do some sort of filming. I'm getting used to really being a vlogger, so my apologies if they are a bit shaky, but hopefully you will still enjoy the vlog. And this is just showing you what the beach looked like. The waters was amazing. Some of the best beaches. I love the Aegean Sea. It was absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. And I could just have sat by the beach. And I think I did sit by the beach for a whole day. The sand was golden and it's just gorgeous. Here I am passing a villa, taking some photos of the local area. This was actually opposite our hotel, and not our hotel in the background. And that's just showing you the way to Heraclon. And so the coaches would come here and pick you up and take you on your day trips. But we actually organized Heraclon by ourselves. So we made our way on the buses. I found the bus system very, very easy to navigate. Of course, I'm going to take more photos of flowers, my very favorite thing, or the beautiful, beautiful flower pots and plants that you don't usually see in the UK. Or if you see in the UK, they're exotic, but here they grow in the wild. And so I just love the planting at the hotel. I was outside a lot looking at the banana trees, the plantain trees, all the beautiful trees on the island of Crete. It is a destination that I recommend, especially so easy to get to from the UK, and really, really gorgeous. We enjoyed everything about the hotel except the food. I think if I went again, I wouldn't have any food included so that I'm able to go and source my food myself. That said, the breakfast was okay, and you can always have continental breakfast which is the same everywhere. Thank you very much for watching. See you in my next vlog.